Hey everyone, you're listening to the Squirrels Nest where you can indulge your nutty side. I'm Meg.
And I'm Abby, and we're your squirrely hosts.
Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in today to this episode of the Squirrels Nest. We have a fun activity in store for today. We are going to be ranking our 12 years of public school education from worst to best, 12 to 1, if you will. Before that, we're going to make things interesting.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to pull teams from a hat. Teams? Question mark? We'll pull
Teams.
grades, and we will get 6 grades each. And by the end, we will evaluate who had the better team.
Schoolyard pick.
Schoolyard pick, if you will, sort of, but it's from a hat, so it's
But
schoolyard
right.
random pick.
Schoolyard randomized.
And then we will engage with you to figure out what your opinions are on our team. Do you have a different opinion based on your own experience? What have you? Comments down below. Hate comments, also welcome.
Hey, comments.
Let's start with the picking.
All right.
Gimme picky. We got first. We got 6th grade.
Oh wait. Okay. I got it. 8th grade.
11th grade. Junior year, if you will, for the non-Americans.
I got 10th grade. Sophomore.
9th grade, freshman year.
Can't get it. 1st grade.
5th grade.
We lost a grade. 4th grade.
I'll take the one on.
The grade has gone down.
7th grade.
Oh. I have 12th grade, aka senior year of high school.
2nd grade.
And last but not least, 3rd grade.
All right, we have our teams. Super Bowl 51. Goodbye. We will recap and leave in the description down below what our teams are, and we shall now commence with our rankings.
Right.
We'll start at number 12. I will start. For context also, before we start, each of our schools growing up were divided into 4 grades. Elementary school, 1 through 4. Middle school, 5 through 8. High school, 9 through 12. Abby and I are 2.5 years apart, 3 grades. So when Abby was in 1st grade, I was in 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. 4th.
4th grade.
When Abby was in 1st grade, I was in 4th grade. When Abby was in 5th grade, I was in 8th. And when Abby was in 9th, I was in 12th.
So we were always in school together in the same school building for 1 year.
1 year is right. All right. So, number 12, 4th grade. 4th grade. Why? Teachers hated me, man.
They did.
Both of those teachers freaking hated me.
They were not fans
And you know
of
how
her.
some people are like, that teacher doesn't like me, but it's like, it's not that deep. Like, teachers don't do that. 1, talk to a teacher. They obviously have favorites. 2, I had physical, quantitative data.
Yeah, she's got data.
We had something called a points party.
Points
A points
party.
system, if you will. You got points if you did good behavior, and then you would get points taken away for bad behavior.
Right.
Both on the collective class level and the individual level.
Hello, Pavlov.
Nope. I don't know what that meant. I don't know what you were even going for. Anyway, so you're awarded points from a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being like really rare. Typical amount was like 3 or 5. Was like a typical takeaway addition type of situation. So as a result, it was really rare to have really high points and really rare to have really low points. Shout out Juliet Carrero for having over 200 points at one point.
That's
astounding.
insane.
Shout out me for having negative 18 at one point.
Negative 18.
Negative
Okay, if that
18.
doesn't show you how they were, not the best fans.
Yeah, I mean, like, how were the points being taken away that disproportionately, like, for me?
Yeah.
Like, how no one even came close to negative 18. And I remember I'm in line because on Fridays we could exchange our points for the last like block for our points party. So like you could either read, you could play checkers, you could do spelling games, you could do chess, you could do all of these things. Color, I don't know. I would always pick read because it was the cheapest at 3 points. I'd go sit in the hallway and I would talk with my friends.
So not reading, but
I was frugal with my points.
So it's not like she spent
I never had
a lot.
I don't think I maxed out over 40.
Well, right. You never had any to
No,
spend
I never had
either.
any to spend. And so I remember I'm in line and I'm like showing her my like table that you write it down. You're supposed to write down the date and like why you got the points. And I just stopped keeping track because I was like, this is absurd. I have
This
no
is
idea why I'm getting these
absurd.
points taken from me.
Right.
And she lent me points so that I could points party that day.
She's a teacher. She's
Girl, it's
giving
made
them.
up. The points are made up. Why you write
Points are
Len? Why you
made
write Len? Just
up.
give me the points. So yeah, anti that. Also anti-establishment. I first started questioning big education because
Big education.
we had rubrics on a scale of 1 to 4. And I
was
remember
a
looking at my
weird scale.
rubric, and under social studies, it said, all right, get this. It said, can name the 7 continents.
Right.
3.
She got a
3
3
out of 4.
Out of 4. How does
Because
that happen?
4 is exceeds expectations, and I guess you can't exceed when you name 7. So then I started asking the question.
Get the 8th.
Yeah, I have to make up my own 8th continent. Who
Yeah,
the
I
fuck
don't know.
knows? But I remember going to ask the teachers. I was like, "What is this about?" Because this truly just doesn't seem right.
Doesn't
You're not like
make sense.
evaluating me correctly
No.
and all this stuff. So that's when I really started questioning authority. Also, coincidentally, when I was obsessed with peace signs.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
I
don't
think
know.
not.
Another negative, soccer. That's when it
Right.
went from orange slices on a Saturday to tryouts, evaluations, playing time based on skill, and D1 town soccer. God damn, did I want to be on Lou Carrero's team when I was 9 years old. God damn. So I worked super hard, and the pressure launched, and then it just started a downhill spiral for Meg's relationship with soccer. And that started when I was 9. It started when I
Yeah,
was
that's so
9.
sad.
Oh, I just remembered something. Okay, so I went to a Fuller Hamlet's training session, like an evaluation session
Okay.
before tryouts. And they literally give us points, like how well can you dribble? How well can you shoot? How well can you do this?
Right.
Jackie Cappellucci outscored me in dribbling. I was so fucking embarrassed. I cried. Jackie
To
Cappellucci
be
is
fair,
Abby's age.
yeah,
2.5 years younger than me, so she was 7. She outscored me in dribbling.
To be fair, Jackie was
always
insane.
been an amazing
She's
dribbler.
always insane. She's such a great athlete.
But
But
that was
regardless,
tough.
that is
tough. That was
that
tough
is
for
tough. That's a tough
9-year-old
pill
me.
to swallow.
So yeah, I did get Manny. Shout out Manny. So that was good. But yeah, that was 4th grade. Coming in at number 12.
All right. And then for me, see, this is where I'm surprised because I genuinely did not think you were going to say 4th grade. I really didn't.
Why?
Because I thought your worst grade would have been my
Correlating with at the same time as yours.
same time as me, because a lot of the things in my worst grade was family.
What was the grade?
Okay. So my worst grade was freshman year of high school,
Yeah.
or 9th grade. That was rough for a lot of different reasons. One, I'm going into high school for the first time. That's pretty hard. There was a lot of stuff with friends that just really didn't work out, a little different like priorities when it came to high school. Anxiety went through the roof because I was like, college is going to start looking at my report cards,
So true from freshman year of high school.
Right.
So true.
Then a lot of stuff happened in our family life that was really rough. A lot of death.
Like our dog.
Yeah,
Buddy.
Rip Buddy.
She's not over it.
I'm not over it.
Call back to last episode. Not over our dead dog.
Not over our dead dog. I had a classmate pass away. I had, parents were getting divorced. So I thought that, you would align with that. Apparently not. Apparently the point system messed her up more than
Negative 18, man. Fuck.
negative 18. So
Dead dog, negative 18 points.
yeah,
I don't know.
that was a really rough. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. It was a rough time.
If we peel back any more onion layers, that could perhaps get into some traumatic sharing.
If there's more onion layers peeled, tears will be shed.
Oh my god, I just
Make it.
remembered Halloween.
Oh, can I say it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I gotta say,
Halloween.
oh my gosh, Halloween. This is when I realized, my friends, maybe we have different ideas of what our friendship looks like. Because Halloween's, we spent we all got together. Halloween was a big deal at our school. Everybody dressed up.
Contest.
It was a contest, and we were like, you know what? We're going to go as cards. We're going to get cheap T-shirts. We're going to paint them on, paint on Diamond. You're Queen of Diamonds. You're the King of Hearts. Whatever, cards. We're going to go as a pack of cards.
a
there's-
pack.
Not a pack, a pack. So,
One man wolf pack.
we spent this day doing it. Great. I was the Queen of Diamonds. I remember it specifically. Now, it's Halloween morning. I'm getting together. I made out this bow on my head with a bandana. I spent probably 10 minutes trying to figure out how to do it. I put on red lipstick to match with it. And I'm wearing my costume. And me being the anti-social person I am, didn't have Snapchat on my phone, nor did I look at my phone.
She was late.
Because I'm also late. But it was primarily because I didn't have Snapchat on my phone. And apparently, in the group text, they had all collectively decided the morning of to not wear their costumes.
Like 6:45 in the morning. No pack of cards.
No pack of cards. That was absolutely scratched. Which, you know, that's a little on me. I didn't check. But also, who cancels plans at 6:45 in the morning? I don't really know. And also didn't realize that it's like I wasn't going to see that because I don't have Snapchat. Anywho, I show up, strolling in. All my friends are wearing normal clothes. And here I am.
Queen
just
of Diamonds walking through.
Queen of Diamonds just walking through. Like, hey. And this is, once again, this is a group thing. So I'm just a card now. That's it.
No pack.
No pack.
Just a lone
No
Queen
deck.
of Diamonds.
Just a card. But the worst part is my friend comes up to me and I'm like, I'm embarrassed because I'm a freshman. I feel like everyone's looking at me like, oh my gosh, like, why is she wearing that? And goes, that's really embarrassing. like, I can't believe you wore it. This is my friend. And so
really
I just start bawling. I got so bad that I made my dad like pick me up, bring me home so that I could change and come back to school. It was really rough. So if that's anything to tell you how freshman year went, yeah.
Absolutely.
All
right. So number 11, very similar. Now is my senior year.
Oh, okay.
Because I did my rankings in terms of like, I tried to consider how pivotal they were for me as a person.
Right.
Because I think even if it was tough that year, if like that was really formative for you, it like, I don't know, it gained some brownie points.
Right.
For me. So like, as Abby was saying, I too was mentally unwell. We had a dog and a family member die, divorce. I'm leaving for college. College is scary. And I was so sad about leaving. I did not want to leave. I had just spent 12 years cultivating friendships and passions and all these things to go away. I was terrified. I'll say it.
And we also live in a small town, too.
We live in a tiny town.
So it's not like we knew every single person in our grade.
Yeah.
Like,
and
it wasn't like you didn't know people in your grade. It's you knew them. Yeah. And you knew them well.
Absolutely. I was also just, as a result of my mental health, I was a garbage friend. Like, I was MIA the entire year. I would make excuses not to hang out with people because I was unwell. Like, I was just not a good friend, so I lose points there. Once Upon a Mattress was the only redeeming aspect of senior year.
That was a great time.
It gave me enough joy to get me through the rest of the year.
And I was involved in that. Shout out. Oop, oop, oop.
Once Upon a Mattress gang.
It was a drama really just pulled through collectively throughout high school, which you'll find out how that also impacts other things later.
So true. So yeah, just unwell and number 11.
All right, my second is 12th grade, aka senior year of high school.
Matchers.
Yes. Yeah, same year. Mine was a little different because of COVID. I was the class of 2021, and so we had half of our junior year cut off and then all of senior year cut off because of COVID. COVID really, it was horrible. It was not fun. I didn't see half of my friends because they split us all up into 2 different cohorts, and I'm at the second half of the alphabet, and most of my friends, well, except for Marin, were on the other half of the alphabet, and so I just didn't see them at all, and I didn't really see them outside because I was so terrified
of COVID.
So I was alone.
Damn.
It was everything you looked up, like, and it's not like I was going to see these people again either. Like, this was
going to college.
This is it. This was it. Like, this was our last year, and I didn't see half of them for half of the year.
Yeah, like literally they're just not even in the building.
Right. And all the people that I did see, half their face was covered. So it's not like, and oh my gosh. And it was wild. It was wild. There were other things in senior year. that were crazy. We had a bullet scare.
So true.
We had a lot of things happen with administration that made it seem like they didn't care about us at all.
They didn't.
They did not care about us.
Administration literally just sees students as temporary.
Right.
Hot take.
And I was class president, so I really got the feeling of that firsthand, of being like, I really want to do something for our class, and then being shut down almost every time. So yeah, and everything that I loved, like drama, wasn't available. I love singing. We couldn't sing, and if we did sing, we had to be outside 10 feet apart.
But couldn't band play? Like the band could play, but then the chorus couldn't sing together?
Couldn't sing. It was not...
Made no sense.
It made no sense. But it was really sad. It was overall sad. Yeah. Shout out to Chet for... We had to film our one acts, and Chet messed up our one act and didn't cut out a scene. So that was a highlight of senior year.
That's funny.
It was really funny. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, we all know COVID. We don't need to
Yeah.
unpack her too much.
Yeah.
All right. So number 10 is 6th grade.
What?
And hold on, it'll make sense. It'll make sense.
Oh, I was not expecting
My
that.
teeth, tough.
Oh, so you're doing it based on
Hold
physical?
on, no.
I was ugly.
Well, I was ugly. No, my teeth
you
were
weren't.
atrocious. That was when they were pulled down and separated in the braces. I was also extremely boy crazy, like peak boy crazy, super embarrassing.
What?
Yeah, peak boy crazy. I was.
Eganators, right?
Oh yeah, shout out Eganators. Love our teacher team, Egan, Bertram, Frary. But Eganators were the best. We wear Super E on our chest. That was our little chant. I also had my first ever anxiety attacks because of club soccer.
Really? What?
Yep, like I had a
How did
tournament.
I not know this?
Yeah, it was the first time I was on the A team for a club, and we had a tournament, and I literally felt nauseous and like was retching and like wouldn't eat. I didn't eat like 3 days leading up to it. Like I was having like serious anxiety attacks.
Jeez.
And then it was also a tough family year post Super Bowl 2012.
Oh my god. Cause was that when I was in 3rd grade? Yeah.
Yeah. There was a tough
That was
altercation.
the moment. That was the moment we knew.
We were like, oh, divorce is on the horizon.
Yeah. And they didn't actually
For
get
years. So,
oh
like,
my god.
That was like a contentious time, and that was my 11, 12-year-old self being tweaked out about divorce. And then like it was kind of, this is what I'll compare it to, if you will, like a volcano, like a dormant volcano. It was like, oh shit, it's gonna erupt. Oh, it's dormant again.
But it's not.
And then 7 years later, kablooey.
Kaplooey. Okay, can say more if you have more.
That's really it. The teeth thing was like really big for me. It was
the teeth.
The boy craziness was really bad. Like this is where I was going to the extent of like, hey, go talk to them. Do they like me? I actually have a funny story about how desperate I was that I settled for second choice, like of being the second choice. Like I was fucking chill with it because I was like, I had such a huge crush on this kid.
Can you name names or no?
I mean, yeah, why not? I know he's gonna listen to it. It was Cam Dunning. I had a huge crush on him.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, and he had a crush on Mackenzie, and Mackenzie and I were friends. And no, yeah, Mackenzie. We were friends, but I'm misremembering the story. And so, my friend Haley asked Haley to text Cam on behalf of me to suss out his feelings.
Yes, I remember this happening.
Yeah. And when he found out that Mackenzie wasn't interested in him, Haley told him that I was, and he was like, I guess maybe I'll do something. And I was like, fucking score! I was like, I just made out like a bandit. He wants to be with me through my teethies, through how tough I look with my teeths.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's super embarrassing. So that's why it's so low. Like, I just took away like big morality points from me because
big morality points.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
All right.
Number 10 for you
is 11th grade, aka junior year of high school. This had so much potential. I'm going to say it. It had potential to be a phenomenal year. However, COVID struck once again. I was really, really stressed out, but I feel like everybody is their junior year of high school because that's actually when colleges start to look. That is genuinely when they start to look. And so I'm taking all these really hard classes, but I could feel, everything starting to come together. And for drama, I was Donna in Mamma Mia.
Queen.
And I
Queen shit.
loved every second of it. I loved it. I worked so hard on it. We were 2 weeks away. We were going into Tech Week, and that's when the COVID shutdown happened. And I wasn't able to perform. And it was soul crushing. And so that single-handedly bumped this grade up to being the highest of the worst, or the lowest of the low, if that makes any sense.
What?
It bumped this grade down the ranks.
Oh, because COVID fucked up Mamma Mia.
Yes.
It lost major points.
It
went from maybe like
middle
5 or 6 to 10.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah. And that's all I got to say about it.
Mamma Mia.
What else did I have on? Yeah, that's...
Mamma Mia is a big one. It's just a big one.
That's really it.
Never get over it. Still can't listen to Mamma Mia in the car. When it comes on in the car, I have some Mamma Mia songs, specifically the movie soundtrack version, obviously. In my playlist that we listen to in the car. And if Does Your Mother Know That You're Out comes on, I gotta immediately skip it.
Yeah, and that single-handedly losing that made me lose this year.
Yep.
Sucks. So that's all I got to say about it.
11th grade, you got bumped. All right. So that was the first fourth. We're moving into the second fourth now. For number 9, I got 8th grade. I had a lame ass team. I had the worst people on my team. Or let me rephrase. The other team had the best people. Like they were the bomb diggity. There were some gems. Like Owen and I became close that year.
I feel like you and Sarah too.
Yeah, well, we were always tight.
Right.
It was just like my entire friend group through middle school was like over on the other side. Yeah. And 8th grade was tough because this is when I was trying to fit in with my clothes, but I still had no style. So like for example, instead of coming in with my soccer sweatshirt, jeans, yeah, it is when I started wearing a bra. Instead of coming in my sweatshirt, jeans, and Sambas, I was like, oh, I gotta fit in. So I like got one of those North Faces that everyone had.
Yes,
and I would wear those jeans and Sambas. Yeah, the like dark blue. Like I was trying to fit in, but I had no style. I couldn't figure out how to fit in.
Was this 2013, 2014?
Yes, Uggs were huge. I wore Uggs like every single day, and I would put my phone on the right side of my Ugg.
Oh yeah, that left an imprint for sure.
Yeah, my right Ugg protrusion.
Protrusion.
I don't even know if that's a word, but it protruded.
It
protruded. This was also my The Fault in Our Stars phase. Like I had like a The Fault in Our Stars phone case.
Oh my gosh. Shut up now.
Yep. This was my lame middle school relationship with Mike that really just fucked up a friendship for a couple years. Yeah. Didn't do anything. Saw Thor Dark World. That was nice, I guess. I ended up getting close with the people on my team, but like, no offense, you guys sucked. I wish I was on the other team.
No offense.
Amazing Halloween costume. 9 things. Thing 1 through 9.
That was a great
blue.
I went with them that year.
Shannon Shimp made our shirts for us. It was awesome. And obviously, the reason it's number 9 and not lower is because Catching Fire came out in November of my 8th grade year, and it changed my life forever to this day.
Wait, Catching Fire?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Game changer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's all I gotta say. All right. Can I go?
Yeah.
My next one is 3rd grade. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about 3rd grade. I'm really half and half on this year. Half of it was great. Half of it was like, I was a pain in the butt. I'll say it. I'm docking some points on my behavior. My behavior was poor.
Is this when you were super sassy?
Yeah. Like super annoying. And Miss Maglione did not like me.
Miss Maglione.
And you know what? Looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, she really didn't have any need to like me. I agree with her now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was really talkative, so I wasn't the favorite. And looking back on it, it's stupid that I was upset that I wasn't liked more. Anyways, I was placed in the middle reading level. I remember this because...
Could not be me.
Yeah. Well, Meg was never placed in the middle reading level. But I remember She's not kidding. I remember I was like, man, am I dumb? Because, okay, we would have these reading levels, and then you would be placed into a group based on your reading proficiency. And if you were in the top group, you were cool.
Damn.
I was not.
How long did that last? That couldn't have lasted long. The
That
smarter you were, the cooler you were. That could not have lasted long.
Well, after third grade, I really started to get my crap together, which is funny because it's
third grade.
but then the other thing, though, but this is the thing. I did still go above and beyond because we were given
Was that the sarcophagus year?
No, that
Oh.
you'll know when that one is. We were given to write a 3-paragraph thing, like, beginning, middle, end. I wrote 5 paragraphs, like as a third grader, about a story.
Definition of extra.
And my teacher said, "No, don't do that."
That's a 1 out of 4 if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. So yeah, third grade. That's all I gotta say about it.
That's fair. That's fair. You're growing. You're learning, Miss Maglione. All right, number 8. I have 9th grade or freshman year. It was just genuinely underwhelming, middle of the pack. Transition was fine. Illy, Greece, Illy, Nitma Girls Varsity Soccer 2014.
You're saying "illy" out loud? Wow. For all those that don't know what that
I
means.
love you, okay? But it's like a little less. It's like LUV if I say Illy, in my opinion. Anyway, absolutely fuck Chapter 4 macromolecules test in bio. That test, bane of my existence. Bane of everyone's existence in that class. It just was hard.
It was just
hard and took too much effort.
I loved
Lipids. I'm over it.
I'm over it.
My homecoming eyebrows were way too thin. They over plucked those or over waxed those.
Why are you doing physical? Teeth.
Because
eyebrows.
It shaped how I perceived myself, my self-confidence.
But it's shaping the year. The entire year and the weight of the year.
Yeah, well, I'm giving context. It was just genuinely underwhelming.
All right. And if I'm giving
it was the beginning of the end for Buddy. He totally gave me a fright. That was when he first broke his back.
That is when he first broke his back.
I also had, but again, it's number 8 because I had one of my best jazz solos ever at Pops.
Oh.
What? It was Pops, right?
Probably.
Pops night? What was
Probably.
it called?
I don't know.
No, what was the concert called?
I don't
Pops.
know. Pops. It was Pops.
It was just called Pops?
It was called Pops.
Pops.
Pops. Anybody that's confused about what we're saying, the pop concert. We would do pop
music.
And it would be a concert.
Ish.
Pop-ish
Pops.
music.
Pops. Pop Tate, Riverdale, Pop. Okay.
Okay, can I go?
Your number 8?
My number 8 is first grade. I had Miss Kuchar. She was really nice,
What a name.
she got pregnant at the beginning of the year.
Kuchar, you know.
But she got pregnant, so
Idiot.
So we switched to Miss Pinto, and so I didn't really get to know Miss Kuchar that well.
She the one that liked frogs.
Yes,
Was
she
the
was
dude-
obsessed
was
with
I
frogs.
didn't even have her, and I remember
Everybody
she
knows
liked
she
frogs.
loves frogs. You get her anything frogs, she's in love. And honestly, I support it. But this, I went above and beyond. I went above and beyond. This was a really good year. My best friend Amelia was in the class, and overall it was really good. Nothing too abnormal. I was definitely starting to get into my weird phase.
Love.
Yeah, I wrote
Was this the year of the silver headband?
Yeah. The silver headband.
Silver sparkly headband.
Silver sparkly headband. I did get lice twice this year. So I guess that puts it more in the middle.
That's why it's 8.
Could
have been a 6.
Could have been. 8. But now it's, yeah. Yeah. Because that traumatized me for the rest of my life.
I was the only person that was allowed to do Abby's hair for a few years there.
Including it one
in high school. Like in high school.
Well, remember once
upon a mattress,
a mattress, they were like doing people's hair and we had to have braids and our director was like, Abby, I'll do yours, and I go like this. Nope. I freeze. And I just look at Megan, I'm like, no.
No, I'll do it. I got it.
Like, no, my sister's got it. Like, she's good. I was 15.
Yikes.
First
Scared
grade.
of lice.
First grade is when this happened.
Tough.
Okay. So
speaking of first grade, my number 7 is first grade.
Oh.
I made a good friend that lasted all through public school. Shout out Sarah. This is when Grampy worked at Memorial for his retirement job as a
Oh.
janitor. Great seeing him around.
Yeah.
It was just so sweet. I got yelled at for talking like a lot. Like
I
this
mean,
was
yeah.
the beginning of the
Meg
end
in elementary school,
I was a
honestly,
menace. I was a menace.
throughout your entire
Yeah, that's true as well. But
public school.
it's probably worse in elementary school because I don't know. I just feel like it was harder with the mix of all the personalities. I just wouldn't shut up.
Yeah.
What I did struggle though was finding friendship that was like equal in how much we each liked each other. Like I kind of struggled to find that person that we equally liked each other the same amount.
This was your first time into the district.
Yeah, this is my first
too.
time in the district, so I didn't go to kindergarten with these people, and so they had like preconceived or preformed friendships with each other. So, for example, I made friends with Libby because she was in my first grade class. We were on the same bus every once in a while when I would take the bus to after school.
Okay.
Oh, no. So we were on the same bus every day because U29 was the bus for after school.
Right.
And I remember sitting on the bus with her and I was like looking at her and I was like, you know, Libby, you're my best friend. And she goes, well, you're not mine. Kaylani Peters is my best friend. And I was like, Kaylani who?
Who is Kaylani Peters?
She was a Mendon kid that ended up being in our grade. But in
You were
elementary
like,
school
oh,
before, I was like,
oh,
did that
just
I
happen?
bared my soul to this person. I was just like, you are my best friend. And,
And
she goes, you are
no,
not mine.
You are not mine.
Mm-mm-mm. And I was like, I guess I'm not good at this friends thing, huh? So then I was like, all right, who's next?
Who's next? Not Libby.
Let me just lost some points for Meg. Like, carry it with me today.
All right, can I say mine?
Yeah.
So, 7th grade is mine, and I'll say it. I'll say, this is I did kind of have. Oh, I don't even know where to start. It was a good year, but nothing very stand out.
Mm-hmm.
My friend group really started to form, especially with sports. Like sports really started to bring us together. I became really close with like Bryn and Callie, and this is where I was introduced to Paige Alcott, my best friend.
I didn't know it was. Oh, that was late. I'm picturing first grade. I'm confused. I got confused.
No, 7th grade. And well, we knew each other, but this is like when we really started to get close with drama and stuff. And my childhood best friend, Amelia Arthur, I remember she confronted me about how I was hanging out with these people, and she felt like, and looking back on it, I'm like, damn, I feel really, really bad, because Amelia Arthur, I was friends with from kindergarten for years, and now we would start to split off into different friend groups.
Girl wasn't standing for it. 12-year-old Amelia was like, hey, bitch.
Yeah,
Stop
bestie.
ditching me.
Yeah, bestie, stop. And you know what? Looking back on it, she was right.
Did you guys sit at different lunch tables?
Yes, we did sit at different lunch
no.
tables. So that was the biggest.
That
yeah,
was probably it. The cleavage. Oh, yeah. That's right.
yeah, that was right.
That's right.
My anxiety really just started to also skyrocket. But when has it not been?
So true.
Yeah. Once again, it was a good year, but I had a lot of lack of confidence. But I did physically kind of have a glow up because my braces came off. I had braces for 1 year. One singular year, and that was 6th grade, and then I got my braces off, and
Those
it was
slimy whiteys came out.
and I have a really big smile, and so everybody is like,
It's teefy.
it's teefy. All right, so 7th grade.
All right. Good job. All right, number 6. So we're about halfway through now. 2nd grade for me. We're starting out again with the superficial physical looks, the tough hair look. That was a Locks of Love year. That was with my little bouncy bounce. Mom cut all my hair off.
She did.
I did not have any say in it. Did not
No.
want to do it, and I did not like what I looked at.
She did not.
Probably for the entire time. This is when, however, it gained some points because this is when I started to become like the tomboy that I was like
Right.
known to
Right.
be.
Swish,
Like I
swish.
started like the swish swish pants, and I would hang out with the guys as much as the girls. And then like in my homeroom, I remember like a girl group formed, and I like was kind of like on the outs.
She was
and
breaking that binary.
and so I like spent a lot more time with like Teddy Martin, like Nate Vance,
Teddy, I
like,
yelled at Teddy.
Cam Dunning, pre-obsessive crush in 6th grade.
Pre-obsession.
So I spent a lot more time with them, and it was my first introduction to like low stakes fun gossip. I remember at recess, like the huge field that we would just all be like thrown onto.
Right,
like
right,
I'm
right.
talking, and like probably like Teddy and Cam and like
Yeah,
Nate,
yeah, yeah.
and we're just talking, and like, it came out that like someone had I don't remember who it was, unfortunately. Someone had a crush on Sean, and so a bunch of people were trying to figure out if Sean had a crush on them back. obviously.
Obviously.
And I can remember like the whispers and then all of a sudden I like look up and I see Sean being chased by probably like a dozen to 15 people just around the perimeter of the yard. And I was like, I'm in heaven. I'm alive.
I am
like,
alive and this is happening.
I was like, oh, we get to talk about this for the rest of the day. Like, I'm not gonna bored at all.
I'm
not gonna have to pester the people next to me. They're gonna want to talk to me about this. I got some insider
they're
information.
gonna want to know what's going on.
Why are people chasing Sean? I was like, boy, do I know.
Boy, do I know. And
I wish I knew now. I wish I knew the details now so that I could share with everyone what that was. But I am 90% sure at the time I knew who had a crush on him and I knew if he had a crush on them back. I don't remember now. Could not tell you now.
Oh, Meg loves having that intel.
Boy, was I on cloud 9.
Oh, yeah.
It was like the first time, I was like, oh,
right.
This is how I get social currency. Is the gossip. I was like, this is how I can climb in this place.
Mine next was 4th grade. I had Mr. Thompson, and I was kind of nervous because it was my first male teacher ever, and I actually really enjoyed it. I actually really, really liked it. And this was my first time not being in the same class as Amelia Arthur.
Oh, tough.
So, like, my other friends was now Catherine, Josie, and Ashley, and we were weird. Like, we created our own group, and I was named Gram Gram. They were Chub Chub, like Chubby, like, and Chubster, or so, I forget.
Damn.
Exactly.
Metal.
But we were unhinged. I remember I once held Catherine Casey down because like the whole thing was like Gram was trying to kill them. Like I was their grandmother and I was trying to kill them.
What the?
And
bro,
I like
hold on, wait. Were you their grandmother or was your name just Gram?
I was their grandmother. I don't know why. I was like the crazy grandma. I don't know why we found it so funny and hilarious, but
you were just violent. It was just
violent.
like beating them
and
up.
like I like tackled Catherine once. And, like, she was screaming, and I put my hand over her
on, like, the field? On the same field?
I was like, shh, shh. No, but apparently, like, I was covering her nose, too. So she couldn't breathe. And so she was like, Abby, you're choking me. And I was like, oh, oops. So we were kind of crazy.
That's wholesome, though, I think.
Yeah.
In some
instances. It was really cute. And this was the first time, like, Catherine too, like, and that whole friend group with sports, like, really started to form, because that was my first shift from Amelia to other friends going more sports direction.
Well, and was this when your sports aligned between soccer and basketball? So it was like you were doing sports with them all year round.
Right, I was doing sports with these people all year round. Another thing was I really enjoyed the subject material. Like, I just ate it up.
What was the 4th grade subject material?
Like, we had to do 10 sentences a week with our vocab. Of course, I went above and beyond and, like, made a paragraph for each of them. You just had to use the word in a vocab.
Couldn't have been me in 4th grade. Couldn't have been me.
I wrote down in my notes where academic validation began. 4th grade.
Tracks.
So, honestly, 4th grade was pretty good.
Did you have to read Sarah Plain and Tall in 4th grade?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, Winn-Dixie. Because of
Winn-Dixie.
I drew
jerker.
the best picture. We had to draw like this picture of the woman's like glass. I remember this tree and I totally forget, like, because of Winn-Dixie, the whole plot.
There's like a candy in it, I think.
But there was this tree and this woman who hung glasses, empty glasses, and they would create
a kaleidoscope effect?
That kaleidoscope effect. And I remember drawing that and I felt like I was an artiste.
Not an artist.
Artiste. Okay.
All right, so we're number 5 now. Oh my God, we're already at top 5. This is top 5. Oh my God, it's crazy.
I'm confused. Did I leave out a grade?
Okay, so
no, I didn't.
My 5th one is 3rd grade. This was prime LMZA time. This was our club with our neighbors across the street, Lauren, Megan, Zach, Abby, the Hunters. We would get home and we would just immediately, we would call each other. I still have their phone number memorized. 508-529-4275 is the Hunters' home phone number.
Wow.
Doesn't exist anymore, but I still remember it. I typed that shit so many times. And we would just run out to the middle of our cul-de-sac and play games. We made up a game called German War, because we didn't know what war Germany was in, but we knew they were in one of them.
At least
we
one.
knew it was one. We knew it was one big one.
Oh,
And we
German
would have
War
like
was so
the
much
hockey
fun.
sticks as rifles, and we made like forts in the woods. They were
And then
just awesome.
if the leaves fell, it would be a bomb.
Yeah, like in the fall and stuff. Oh God, we had to sidestep leaf grenades.
Leaf
It
grenades.
was just truly.
Acorn
It was
soup.
amazing. God, it was amazing. Yeah, we'd
It
have to
was.
make food to like survive out in the. They were great.
And for any context, I don't think you said it. LMZ.
Yeah. LMZ, Lauren, Megan, Zach, Abby.
Oh, you just talked
Yeah,
really fast.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Sorry. Oh, I am so sorry. I do talk really quickly.
That's all right. Sometimes it's just hard to
Oh,
consume.
dang. Okay. Well, anyway, I hope that they're doing well right now. They were very formative for
Very.
me in my like standards of friendship
Agreed.
and being silly and goofy and giggly and making games and imagination. They were just truly amazing. I cherish
Amazing
that
human
friendship
beings. Yeah.
with everything in me, and I will never ever forget our memories. Also, this was the first teacher I ever admired, Miss Webster. Like, this was the first teacher that I saw
love
as
Miss
someone
Webster.
that I wanted to look up to and model myself after. So I thought that was a very pivotal point for me as a human. Stable friends started to form. Like, I started understanding what that meant, kind of like through LMZA. I was like, oh, but people, I can rely on them. It's not going to change just based
Wasn't
on our
no
home
Libby
room.
situation.
Wasn't no Libby telling me I ain't their best friend. Wouldn't have been that. People forget. This is when I did hip hop.
Oh, she did hip hop.
And I was atrocious, but I felt good. I was on top of the world when I was in hip hop.
But she had confidence about it.
Oh yeah, she
So-
wasn't good, but she had
had
confidence,
confidence.
and that's really all that matters. People
Right.
forget I did hip hop for 2 years. It was awesome. I think Mom still has my baby little hip hop shoes.
Oh, for sure. Or at least we have some of the outfits.
This is when Dad coached soccer, so this was the year right before soccer got serious, and it was truly just fun.
Yeah,
It
that was
just
really
a
fun.
good time.
I remember you guys. I remember because I would hang out. You know, I would.
Practices, you'd come to practices
I'd
and
come to
stuff to some
I used to
sideline.
watch Princess and the Frog.
Oh, great movie.
I used to bring. That's so ridiculous.
A portable
of me.
DVD player?
A portable DVD player to practice
An hour-long practice.
to watch a movie. That's
Awesome.
ridiculous. Okay, continue.
And then lastly, the town hall field trip. Oh man, goddamn, did that form me and my dedication to like
Really?
argument and public service.
What?
Because they had a public forum to debate if we wanted the school day to start earlier or to start later based on like times and stuff. And I was able to stand up in front of the microphone and completely speak my mind, and it just completely transformed how I saw like my voice and advocacy and stuff, and it was just really great. And third grade was just a pivotal, awesome year for me.
That's wild. I
Yeah.
never that field trip. I don't think I've thought twice about it until you just said it right now. I'm very happy for you that I'm very happy.
Thank you.
All right, can I share mine?
Absolutely.
5th grade. 5th grade was a great year. So this is the time when we're entering middle school. We are combining both Mendon and Upton kids. So now all the people that I've been playing sports with, I get to see on a daily basis at school. So like Callie, Sarah, and also the Spanish people, Bryn,
Spanish
Jackie,
kids, right?
Bryn, Jackie, like all of them.
Spanish immersion program. Sorry, they weren't just they weren't just kids of Spanish descent. They
Right,
were in the
no.
Spanish immersion program, which was isolated from people not in the immersion
In
program.
elementary school, you did not see them during the day because they were in their own separate wing of the school.
Yep.
So all of those friends I never really got to see. So this is really like a collective. I got to see everybody, and that was really, really exciting. I just really loved it. I loved math, which will never, ever happen again. It was the only time that math was ever my favorite subject. And that was really surprising detail that I thought I should.
That's wild. Yeah, that is wild.
And we were doing fractions.
Fractions. There's something about fractions that's beyond satisfying when
I
they're
think
done
it was
correctly.
just a satisfying thing.
Yeah, yeah. When they become whole, you feel like you fixed
My
something.
second best time having math was probably geometry. So I guess that makes sense for me.
Yeah, fractions and shapes.
Fractions and shapes.
Shapes and fractions. You
Shapes
know how
and
it is. You know
fractions.
how it be.
My best friends. Oh, this is where it comes in. Ryan Chase,
King.
pivotal moment for Abigail Paul. Ryan, Allison, But I also did have a crush. This was before pre-Ryan. All right, I had a huge crush on Mike Quinn. And I remember this distinctly. I was like, oh, Mike Quinn.
Oh my God.
But, he liked Holly Russell and
God.
Holly Russell. And I was like, valid. That's fair.
Valid, man.
Holly Russell
Holly
is
Russell,
gorgeous.
dang.
So I was like, all right. But I remember Kyla's birthday buddy, she asked me in math, like, do you like Mike? And I was like, no. No. Anyways, that was probably one of the first times I was like, all right. I think that set in my mind what I could achieve with men.
Nice.
But
Nice.
anyways, so Ryan Chase and I were really, really close friends. I really just wanted to be closer friends with him. So we started dating. He is now openly gay. I love him
King.
to this day. Like, we dated for a year. It was probably one of the best times ever. And I really loved 5th grade. It was really fun all the way around.
No relationship can touch that relationship.
No. That was such a
The
pure...
purity.
We watched the Starving Games together.
Oh.
He showed me ramen noodles for the first time. We went apple picking.
God.
I have so many distinct
The
memories.
most important firsts were Ryan Chase.
Yeah. And I think everybody should remember that.
Yeah, everyone take that home. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
All right, we're on 4 now.
Yeah, we're
All
getting
right.
down to the top 4.
My 4, 5th grade. Just iconic. Absolutely iconic. Amazing transition to middle school. All the Mendon kids that came into 5th grade, love them, acclimated super well, actually created a great cohort of people in Mr. Rogers' class. We had
We
Cam
both had
as
Mr.
Fork.
Rogers.
We had Kevin as Horsey. We had Nick as Diva. We had Mitch as Fate. Max Checkaway as Bumblebear.
Bumblebear,
They're all Mendon
yes.
kids too. All Mendon kids. Squad up. The formation of FKBBITB. Iconic all around. However, club soccer started. Boo. And I had braces. It's a plus. Sounds like it would be a minus. It's a plus. I wanted braces
Interesting.
so badly.
That is
I
true.
was
Meg
so
did
excited
really
to
want
have my braces.
braces. I remember Mom, what were you in Bob's Furniture Store or something? A hardware store, and she has a picture of Meg when she got her braces on for the first time. And
I'm
yeah,
just
she was
hyped.
like-
The
she is
euphoria
hyped.
in those eyes is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we're down to our top 3.
Well, you have to share your 4. What your number 4 is.
Did I mess up? Oh, no, I didn't. I forgot about that grade. Sorry. My 4th one is 8th grade. Now,
Real? I thought it was gonna be way higher.
yeah, that's interesting. I had Mr. Stress as my homeroom teacher, and I absolutely loved Mr. Stress. Literally just gelled so well. He taught so well. It was just a great time. Like, he was very entertaining. He made it engaging. Like, he made the subject material very engaging, and he was a history teacher, and we were learning about like the Mongolian empires and like all the dynasties, and that stuff's like can be boring if you don't do it correctly. And he was just awesome. So he already just made that year 10 times better. He also pulled pranks on me. Some of them
Classic.
I
Classic
did have
favorite
anxiety
teacher.
attacks about,
Oh.
but it's fine. But like one of them, he would hide my backpack in a closet, and I didn't know it was in a closet, but all of a sudden I'd walk in and I'm like, my backpack's gone.
Misco Hill Middle School has been robbed.
Yep. My friends, it was like the same group-ish, but I was really starting to get close with Callie, Paige, Marin. My drama fam started to really form. I academically thrived. I was the vice president on Stuco. I had so much fun. I played soccer, basketball. I did drama. My schedule was fully booked. A really big, important thing of this year is my crush. I'll be honest.
Oh, Nussy.
I crushed so hard on Kyle Tewksbury.
Kyle Tukes Bussy.
Like, so hard. It's so embarrassing now. Like, looking back on it.
Crushes are so embarrassing.
But it was very pivotal for my development. Just like in general. Even
On
to
all
this
fronts.
day. Even to this day. I told myself I would not get hooked on somebody that hard ever again. I would never, ever let myself get so worked up over somebody
An
that
eighth
just
grade crush?
does not like you back. Like, I just don't know why I didn't get the message. Well, the thing is, he wouldn't tell me. I asked him flat out, dude, say yes or no. And he said, maybe. And so I was like, so of course that's going to
Playing
string me
cat and
along.
mouse, obviously.
Obviously, he's like, oh, got this girl in my back pocket. And I was
So she's on the
totally
hook.
there. I was totally there to be in that back pocket too.
You're
I was
along
like,
for the ride,
I was
man.
like, yeah. And that, unfortunately, to say this, was my first heartbreak. Like, I genuinely felt chest contractions. Like, it felt like I was being ripped apart.
You heard it here first. Cal Tewksbury gave Abby heart palpitations.
That sucks. Saying that out loud makes me want to vomit. Not anything to do with, it's just embarrassing.
It's
8th grade. I was 13.
It's integral to your 8th grade experience,
But
though.
it was integral to just how I view relationships and men.
Oh.
Don't trust them. Never will. That's all I got to say about that. But yeah, I loved. Yeah, I really did love 8th grade. Sorry, I got really excited. Semi, I love dancing. Put me in an organized dance party. I will do it. I love it. So semi was at the end of the year. I had been looking forward to the semi-formal dance from 5th grade. And I was like, oh, I love semi. And semi was phenomenal. I didn't eat at all. I was on that dance floor from start to finish, and it was amazing. That single-handedly would bump it up a few ranks. Yeah.
And that's on 8th grade.
And that's on 8th grade. Period.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you for that. Top 3 now. My top 3, sophomore year. Theme of the year, theater. Big hard eyes for that chaotic, 13 fucking person friend group. Could not have been more volatile
that friend group
if it
was
tried.
Insanely big.
Great times though. Pretty much most of the time was supportive. The other time, beyond toxic. Still grateful for it. Love you, Pippin. Love you, Bus 2 and the DC
Pippin.
trip overall. Super.
That was a good year
transformative.
for you.
Great. It was just a wonderful year. I was just riding high. I was a little bit paranoid about the friend situation. Like, am I getting shit talked? Like, I don't know, but
Right,
whatever.
that would happen in that friend group.
Yeah, we made amends about it now. My first ever real relationship, and Cape Trip 2016. And on the Cape Trip is when we all had, how can I say this? A real hashing out of some of our differences as a 13-person friend group, and we ended up inviting some extra people, so it became 19 people on this
19
Cape Trip.
people in a Cape house. That's wild.
Yeah, the Cape Trip was
That was pivotal
culmination.
for my
Yeah.
experience with Meg's friends.
It was the culmination of the chaos and the joy and the volatility and the drama, and I don't know how else to describe it, but I just have huge hard eyes now. I mean,
Huge
yeah,
hard eyes.
it's top 3.
Yeah.
What is your top 3?
Mine is
third?
also sophomore year.
Twins.
Sophomore year, this is the only, it's funny because I think my first 3 worst were all high school. So this is the only high school year that was fantastic. It was really, really good. I loved the subjects I took. My anxiety was much more manageable this year. I think that's because after freshman year, I was like, man, gotta get this really under control. And I started
can't get lower.
can't get lower than the worst. So it started to get better. Drama was so much fun. My true friends really started to form. I got Paige, Callie, Marin, Kiara in that friend group. Oh, chef's kiss. Each one of them I did like an extracurricular with. Like Callie was soccer, Paige it was drama, Marin it was basketball. Kiara wasn't so much, but those like I had been friends with them, but we all formed together sophomore year, and it was epic. It was just such a genuine friendship, and I loved it. And they still are my best friends. Drama was so much fun. Maggie, Angela,
Shrek.
We did Shrek, and that's all I gotta say. Yeah. Shrek, Bobby, Haley, like it was just so much fun. We had Soto. Oh, we were all in the same. Spanish class. So Paige, Marin, Callie, and I were all in Soto's Spanish class, and it was fantastic. And Haley, who is Paige's older sister, was our TA.
Oh my God. I did not
So-
realize that. That's hysterical.
So it literally was like just this class that we loved. We were all together. It was phenomenal. I had prom, like a real prom. I started driving, like I was.
Ayo. Got that
I
license.
met Aiden in the summer, which was great. Well, didn't meet him, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Awesome.
It was like a great. It was a great year.
There you go. That's it. This is what we're just getting into greatness now. Like we don't need much more explanations. Like these were just good years.
Right.
For example, number 2, 7th grade for Meg. Top tier, academically peaked.
Really?
Map master, like I've never seen
Oh,
a
map.
motherfucker.
That'll
We
put
obviously
it
had
too.
the better team. Kaler, Middleman, Clark, and Welsh. Better teachers, better people. Rip. Sorry. I know that's controversial for my grade, but I'm right. Friend group, awesome. FKBBITB, peak, full form, amazing. First time I had friend stability, bananas. Manny and I went as milk and cookies for homemade milk and cookies
That
costume
was-
for Halloween.
That was a great costume.
I got my braces off. This was the debut of the jeans, Sambas, and Fuller Hamlet sweatshirt every single day. I had like 12 pairs of Old Navy jeans. So I would wear a different pair of Old Navy jeans, would wear the same sweatshirt with a different shirt underneath, but I would never take the sweatshirt off. So it just looked like I was showing up in the same outfit every day. Same outfit every day. And I would match with Christian St. Pierre. Awesome. Also the year I joined theater. It just all around.
All around, that is a great year.
Yeah, all around was magnificent. I couldn't say enough good things about 7th grade. I truly just lived for 7th grade.
7th grade, yeah, I can see that.
It
for you.
was just awesome.
That was a great year.
Period. Anyone who knows me knows 7th grade was
7th
up
grade
there
was a
for
good
me.
year. It was a good year for me, but yours is definitely better.
Thank you.
I would say, yeah,
I guess proportionally.
yeah, proportionally, it was just better. Mine was 2nd grade. I loved 2nd grade.
Who's your teacher?
Mrs. Warren.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
it's different. Now I think it's just Opie. But I had the best friend group. So picture this: Amelia, Arthur, been friends since kindergarten. We've been in the same grade, same homeroom from kindergarten, 1st grade, now 2nd grade. We were gonna be in 3rd grade too, so that's 4 years together. All right, whatever. Anywho, Amelia, Christina, Max, Maddie, and Jordan. We had a friend group.
Who are those people? I don't know.
It was awesome. It was awesome. But we were really weird. This is when baby guts became a thing. I thought that.
Baby who?
Baby guts.
Is that a person?
Nope. It's applesauce.
You might have prefaced that you just referred to applesauce as baby guts.
Yeah, I did. That's how weird I was. That's like in perspective. Like I saw somebody eating applesauce and it became a running joke in our friend group that it was baby guts. So.
How topical.
Pivotal confidence, actually peak confidence. This was me. I was just absolutely peak chubby phase, peak confidence though. I literally was unstoppable. Sports also became a thing. Like this is really when I met Jackie, Callie, Brandon, and Allison. And you know, I was really enjoying soccer. I was enjoying everything. Yeah, as weird as I was so confident that I just didn't even care.
It's awesome. That's what we strive for. We strive to be 2nd grade Abby. If we're living our lives with the confidence and happiness of 2nd grade Abby, you're done. That's Nirvana,
all you
bitch.
need. That is Nirvana.
All right. Number 1, what we've all been waiting for. If you've kept track, you probably know what it is now because process of elimination is a thing. But mine, junior year.
That
Dark
is
horse.
so-
People are surprised. People might be
Yeah.
surprised, but let me.
I thought that was going to be your worst.
Yo, hear me out, man. Hear me out. I
I'll
was
say it.
down so bad. I was down mentally so bad, but I had such a ball.
That's okay.
Like,
I
here's
can
the
see
thing.
it.
Even though in every single way, except for my mental health, everything was coming at Meg.
It really
Everything
was.
coming at Meg. Branched
Yeah.
out, made new friends. Wizard of Oz, Gold at States, got my license. I was hung up on a boy. Oh wait, this is
How was
bad.
that?
this is
Yeah, I
bad.
was about to say. I was like, wait a second.
My bad. Hold on. I stand by the good things. The negatives of junior year include being hung up on a boy. Parents' divorce got ramped up. Grammy's dementia got kind of bad. I broke my arm running into a wall, which was a cultural reset moment for me.
But that was also
could
really
be argued
funny.
as positive. Yes, it was fucking hysterical.
That was
And
funny.
because it was the top of my ulna, they had to have a full cast from my hands, so I couldn't clutch anything all the way up to halfway up my bicep. So I couldn't bend my arm. And this was when dabs were really in, like dabbing. So I was in permanent dab position. I was ready to dab constantly. I couldn't bend my arm.
No.
I would sleep with my arm up and to the side.
did.
But boy, was it funny.
It was funny.
Boy, was it funny. Especially telling people, like, how'd you break your arm, you 16-year-old?
Ran into a wall.
Duh.
At a soccer practice.
Duh. I also started dating Cooper. So that's also
Yeah,
super sweet.
okay. Hearing you say it like that.
Right?
Now
again,
I'm like,
the
okay.
negative aspects of it were just affecting me inside. It didn't I guess our relationship.
I wouldn't necessarily say that.
Let me say this.
Outwardly, had I been a random person and I walked in and I saw, I would be like, yeah, that definitely is going to be the best year for her.
Yeah, like
Everything going on in your life seemed great.
I felt like besides our friendship, but I could also make the argument that the reason our relationship suffered was because I was so preoccupied doing other things. It wasn't just my mental health. I think it was a combination of both, because I used all the things around me as coping mechanisms to deal with my mental health, because I didn't know how to do that.
Right.
And
then
home.
it crashed on senior year.
Yeah, because then I had something to really, really not be well about, and I had no skills to deal with that.
Right.
Because I had just used deflection and
so it was like the high
before
the crash.
Yes.
So you would say that's like, I'm just surprised you put it as your number one.
I had so much fun that year. It was just a good year.
That's
I look
true.
back on it now and I'm like, I was unwell mentally, but
very unwell.
It was coming up, Meg.
interesting.
It was all coming up, Meg.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and that might have been the dark horse, the sleeper pick of this ranking, but I stand by it. I went over this ranking, and it just, my gut was saying this is where it belongs.
Then that's that, I guess.
Yep.
All right, you want to hear mine?
Yep.
Sixth grade.
Sixth
grade was literally beautiful. I looked like Skeletor.
God, yeah,
I was really skinny, and I got my brace on the one year that I had braces, but everybody remembers me with braces because my smile is so freaking large that all they see are the braces. But I kind of owned it. And I was weird, and I loved learning. I loved coming into school every day. I loved my teachers, Mr. Gervais, Miss Sadler. They were just so good. I loved the subject material. We were learning about ancient Egypt, ancient
that
Greece.
Was a great social studies
yes,
thing.
Social studies. English was good. Science was earth science. Like, we were learning about rocks and volcanoes, layers, like earths, minerals. Math was even fun. I'll say it. It was
There were
fun.
some fractions there.
Yeah, there were some fractions
up in
there.
sixth
Yeah.
grade, yeah.
And so we started doing like algebra, but like not too hard. So I like algebra not hard.
Algebra level not hard.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do it. This is when Marin and I also started to become really close, because I've had the same backpack from, I think, second or third grade all the way up until senior year of high school. And
Damn. That weird tie-dye thing?
Yeah.
Swirly one?
Yep.
Wow.
And I had a keychain on it, and it was a Glee keychain. And I've been watching Glee since second grade. And Marin saw my Glee keychain, and she remembers this, and she's like, and that's how we kind of became closer.
Gleeks find each other.
Yeah, because she asked me about my Glee keychain. I was like, you watch Glee? She's like, yeah, you watch Glee? So that was really fun. I crushed it at school. I was really good at sports too. This was my peak sports, because I was at the level of confidence where I didn't care enough to worry about my performance. So I was great.
There you go. No performance anxiety, if you will.
It was also really pivotal to like who I wanted to be and what I wanted to be. You know, I've always wanted to be a teacher. Now I'm not so sure.
Oh.
But I think if I could live like those teachers and be as impactful as the teachers that I would gladly live like that. I would
Yeah.
gladly choose that as a profession. This was a sarcophagus year for catching up on that. I did go above and beyond in everything I did. My teacher did say that I was going to have an ulcer if I kept it up.
The assignment was to make a sarcophagus. People use a shoebox because, you know, the top is already made for you. Abby took an old box and binded it with rope and made her own thing and
Like-
put a picture of herself on the front.
It's like a 3 foot,
For why?
2 foot tall.
It's not like you could even fit in there. Like, why did you
box.
even, why?
Because I wanted to put the actual items in. People put, like, I wanted to put my, you had to put things in that were memorable, like, you know,
Your
important
essence,
to you.
yeah.
Yeah, your essence. So I wanted to put, like, my diary in there. I want to put my camera in there. I wanted to put pictures of you guys and, like, actually store them. Doggy, my stuffed animal. Like-
So true.
And so you know what? I was also had pneumonia while I was doing this.
You know what? I made that sarcophagus and I had pneumonia.
And I loved every second of it.
I'm so glad for you.
Every
It
second.
was an iconic school project.
And then, yeah, I just love 6th grade. I'll say.
Yeah, it was
And-
truly a great time. I'm really glad for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, those are our 12 rankings. So I think we'll go over the teams real quick and leave you with our food for thought question. And we'll
Yeah.
catch you on the flippity flip. All right. My team: 9th grade, 7th grade, 2nd grade, 6th grade, 5th grade, and 11th grade.
My teams are 3rd grade, 4th grade, 1st grade, 8th grade, 10th grade, and 12th grade.
Cast your vote. Who had the better team? We shall see. Comment in the description or in the comment section down below. And I think what we wanted to ask, because this was kind of challenging for us as we were trying to rank these, is how you define moments and years in your life on a ranking scale in terms of positivity or how much it shaped you.
Right.
Like, to what extent do formative years look more positive as you reflect, even if
Right.
they might have been harder in the moment?
I what's really surprised me was yours.
Mm-hmm.
Your number one was, I thought was going to be your worst year. I thought that was going to be ranked as your worst year. But I also see how it could be flipped because it was also so pivotal in your development as a human being.
Yeah.
And it was a difficult assignment. I think if you guys tried to do this at home, you'll come to the same dilemmas that we have of like, man, was this it could have been a very enjoyable year all around, but was it impactful at all?
Did it add anything?
Did it add anything into my life? Did it change me
Yeah.
for good, for worse? Like what? And that's where I think also like some of the ones in the middle, like 3rd grade was kind of like, it was a good year, but it also wasn't a great year. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, I think it's super illuminating because you think of people, you think of core memories, and you think of who you were as a person and how that changed. So it was a super fun exercise and activity, but I think we leave you all with the motivation and the encouragement to think about the pivotal moments in your life and how you want to approach transitions in your life going forward, because they could mean something different 10 years from now.
Right. You know what? I'm also curious to know, like, the comparison is if we collectively all have some grades that everybody's kind of just like, yeah, that one's not great or that one's great. Because I think both of our senior years were not great.
Mm-hmm.
But is that just us?
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Probably just us. But I feel like freshman years,
Yeah.
first
Who knows?
grades are
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
But it all depends. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to see. I want to hear from you.
Yeah, leave your rankings in the comments below. DM us, whatever, what have you.
Email us.
Yes. And until then, we'll catch you in the next one. We'll see ya. Thanks.
Stay nutty, my friends.